Pisces, let's get into a reading. So Ella is in surgery and I am trying to distract myself. So we're going to get into a reading and see what's coming out for you today. Keep an open mind, guys. If you need anything, check out the comment section. I've got readings. I've got oracle cards for sale. I've got an Amazon shop, an Etsy shop. I've got a website. You can find all of that down below if you just want to go be nosy. So I did a little bit of a pre-shuffle in the beginning just to kind of see what the energy is that's coming out. And right off the bat, there's going to be an energy coming in where someone adores you, but there could be a current blockage or something getting in the way of you two being able to be together. This could be something that needs to be taken care of. This could be distance. This could be finalizing choices and decisions. This could be something as simple as, Danielle, we're dating, but neither one of us have made the choice to say, okay, it's you and me and you. And that could be the blockage here. Now, I'm definitely seeing that if this is a no contact reading, there could have been an energy where you and someone fell in love with one another, but then it had to go into separation so this person could become a better person. For some of you, you were dealing with someone who had the tendency to self-sabotage, and that needed to be stripped from them so the relationship could be safe and stable. So if you are in a no contact, you might be pleasantly surprised that someone here is doing reflection on you and how they feel for you. Someone here could be learning that they have the tendency to sabotage. That could either be trying to stay single. So this could be someone who self-sabotages because they want to be single, but they want someone, but they want to be single, but they want someone kind of energy. And it's a little bit of like, yeah, you can want someone, but let's be realistic. You also have to respect them and take them into consideration, because if not, they're going to assume you're just an ass and they're probably going to leave you behind. Now, this could be someone who tried to date you, entertain you, or you guys gave it a shot, and you could have felt that this person didn't want to merge lives. So this could be something as simple as, yeah, Danielle, we dated for 9 weeks, 9 months, but when it come to maybe holidays, birthday parties, weddings, things like that, I was still excluded. And some of you could have realized that this person kind of wanted to keep things separate. I want you to be over here. I want my life, my family over here. I've got my friends over here, and we're going to keep everything separate. That could have been this person's energy. There's definitely an energy of them being very kind of like obsessed with you, wanting to become a better version of themselves for you. Now, this could be someone you're in a relationship with for some of you, and they could be doing self-reflection around the fact that they maybe thought that they were going to be single forever, but there's something about you that makes them want to trust in teamwork. And there could even be a tendency here for this person to sabotage. And some of you have maybe even noticed that when it comes to this relationship, you have the tendency to bend over backwards to try to make it work, because you know they have the tendency to self-sabotage. Now, some of you, if you're in a relationship, this person could recommend either taking some time apart or you guys possibly going on like vacations separately. You go on a guy's trip, I'm gonna go on a girl's trip. We're not splitting up, but I do think that we need some time apart. During that, they are going to become a better person. They could connect with their friends. They could have a lot of like in-depth conversations, because here's the thing. Just because you think someone's out partying with the girls or partying with the guys don't mean that they are. There have been plenty of times where I have been partying, and we're going to quotate that for a reason, when in all reality, we sitting by the fire drinking and having some of the most in-depth conversations I think I've ever had in my life. Sometimes soul searching can come from hanging out with your friends, hanging out with your family, partying, because there might be conversations that come out where someone's going to look at you and go, you know, I want to give you some sort of wisdom real quick, and you know, we're having fun, we're drinking, we're at the bar, but I think this is a time for me to tell you this. Have you ever heard that song? It's a country song, And the song says, you can't find that here. So what it is someone walks into the bar and is talking to the bartender. And he asks the bartender to like pour him a good one, or he's searching for something good. It was like he was searching for something. And the way that he worded it to the bartender looked straight at him and said, you can't find that here. That's what I'm getting here. It's like this person maybe needed to connect with friends, maybe family, maybe they were out partying with people, taking a girl's trip, taking a boy's trip, but there could be a conversation that's going to come from that girl's trip, that boy's trip. Could be a bartender because of that song coming up, where someone is going to make a statement about the good things in life, what makes life worth living, what brings in joy. And sometimes it isn't getting a brand new car. Sometimes it isn't buying that 5-bedroom house. Sometimes the things that bring us a lot of joy and that are classified as the good things in life are being able to spend time with your parents if you're close to them, being able to get to know your children on a deeper level and having a bond with them that maybe others can't explain or even understand. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like someone had to recalibrate their thought process and become a better version of them. What's important to me? When I think about the things I'm willing to sacrifice and the things I ain't, what does that look like? I mean, I would even go as far to say that sometimes the good stuff could be classified as coming home and your animals running straight to you and being excited to see you. Going to your cousin's house and then being so excited that you're there for the holidays because they've not seen you in 6 months and they can't wait to catch up. I definitely feel like someone could be very obsessed with you, and there's an energy here of, I've got to make a choice. I need to make a choice. And they could be, again, doing some sort of soul reflection, or they could be doing some sort of digging internally to become a better person. And it could be around the tendency of self-sabotaging. And sometimes self-sabotaging could be doing what we want to do just because that's what we want to do, with no regard of if it's going to bother the other person, affect the other person. Now, again, if you're with this person, this could be someone that's maybe been acting a little weird, a little different. They could be a little distant if you're married to them. You could tell something's on their mind. You're confused. What's going on? And again, they might come to you and say, hey, I want to go on a hunting trip with the boys. And you could be like, yeah, I think you might need it. Something's going on and I can tell. This person definitely has some sort of blockage, something that they need to work through mentally, internally. And what's going to happen again is they're going to bring this to the table, possibly to a Libra. And this person, again, is going to give them advice. Being stuck is normal. Not having the truth, not having the clarity, not being able to see is normal. I mean, let's be honest. Here's an example. Let's say that your 16-year-old child is learning how to drive, okay? And they wake up, they've been driving to school for the past few weeks. They wake up one morning and it's foggy as hell outside. And they come into your bedroom and they're like, Mom, I can't drive to school, it's foggy. Yeah, you can. Just because you can't clearly see 2 miles in front of you doesn't mean that this is not a path that you need to travel. It does not mean that you're not going to school this morning. That means that you need to slow down. You need to be very conscious around the fact that something can jump out in front of you, whether it's a deer, it's a bear, it's a coyote, it's a fox. So you need to slow down. You need to move forward slowly and maybe not really seek truth and clarity. So what do I mean by that? Maybe don't assume that it's going to clear up as you're driving. Let's just go ahead and assume that we need to take it slowly. That's what I'm seeing here. It's an energy of like someone's going to tell them, listen, maybe you're feeling this way because you're not used to having someone who's so amazing. Some of you have recently got married and this person could now be getting the cold feet. And that's so weird, I know. But some of you could have gotten married and this person could be getting the cold feet because they adore you and they're scared that you're either going to change overnight or something's going to happen. and they're going to go on this trip, or they're going to go hang out with family, they're going to go hang out with some friends, and they're going to do some sort of soul searching. And it's like someone is going to give them wisdom, knowledge, or guidance that's going to be very beneficial for them. And if this is a relationship, this is going to be someone who's going to look at them and go, have you ever thought that maybe you're trying to sabotage this because you're not used to having someone that's so stable and giving? You're waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're waiting for the bottom to fall out because you're used to that in your life. But you got a good one. I think you're safe there. And I think one of the reasons you could be stressing out is because you're so used to depending on yourself, having your own back. It's me and me against the world. I've got no one to depend on. And now that you have someone in your corner who's helping you become a better person, who's there for you, who understands that you make mistakes. Again, there's something here about you accepting them even when, maybe they kind of distance themselves from you. Again, this could be someone you're married to when they start acting a little weird and you're like, okay, I can tell you need a moment. So go do what you need to replenish yourself, and you can let me know what was going on after you do that. This could be a no contact where you're being very compassionate and graceful. This could be someone who wishes that they could take back certain words that they've said to you. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting that you're very, 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 very forgiving. I feel like you're an understanding soul. I feel like you're a forgiving soul. And I feel like whoever this person is, they feel bad that they learned the hard way, and that you always have to be the understanding, the forgiving, the accepting. And it's like there's a part of this person that feels like they don't deserve you, so they kind of want to sabotage it. And then there's a part of this person that feels like as soon as they get comfortable, or as soon as they accept this as their reality, something could change overnight. And this situation is allowing them to become a better person. It's allowing them to become more comfortable in the things that they can't see clearly. Because let's be honest, let's be real. You could have got married yesterday, and there is a possibility for the relationship to crumble like nobody's business. However, if both of you want it just as bad and you're willing to fight for it, that's not going to happen. But there could still be a little bit of doubt in someone's mind. No, I'm willing to go to hell and back for this, but are you? I mean, I know you said you were, and I 100% believe you are, and I put you on this pedestal, and I adore you, and I'm obsessed with you, and this is amazing. But that's this person's energy. And there could be, again, some sort of lesson here that they're learning around the fact that this could be someone who, maybe this is someone who was single for a long time, 10 plus years. Maybe you guys are in your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, and they're having a really hard time adjusting from being single to being with someone. Because let's be honest, let's be real, being single can get very comfortable. Nobody's hurting your feelings. You don't got to worry about nobody cheating on you. You ain't got to worry about nobody ghosting you. Nobody's able to affect your mood, your emotions, because nobody's there. And if they are, and you're single, and you're really kind of in your I'm single until you show up and show out type of energy, they're still not going to be able to affect you. So if this is someone who was single for a long time, they could have the tendency to self-sabotage, because when I get into something, there's a possibility of you selling me a bill of goods that's not valid. There's a possibility of you telling me you're someone that you're actually not. And it's kind of just safer. But there's something here with you where this person wants to try. Because there's something here about people catching feelings. It's mutual if this is a no contact. Yeah, I need security. See, that's what I'm saying. And I'm wanting you back. That's what I'm saying. Someone here wants security in this relationship. Someone could be wanting to come in and have an honest conversation with you. Again, an honest conversation where they've done self-reflection. So again, this could be a partner that's going to come back from a trip and look at you and go, listen, I have been acting weird, you're right. And what I realized is when I was talking to Bob on the trip, me and him realized that I have the tendency to sabotage or to push people away, because every time I fall in love with someone, she shows me why I shouldn't. She shows me why it's not safe. And I've never felt so at home with someone, but God bless America, this scares the fuck out of me. But I trust you. I trust you. I trust this. I want this to be secure. I need security in this. And I really do think that you're helping me become the version of myself that I want to be. The version of me that trusts in things. The version of me that knows that I deserve what you're giving and I shouldn't sabotage it. So there could be a conscious battle that is going to continue where this person is going to have the mindset of, okay, wait, I'm sabotaging. I may be starting a fight with you. I'm picking a fight. I'm being snappy. I'm not wanting to answer you. That could be me picking a fight because I'm sabotaging. And this person's going to have to make a conscious choice to notice those behaviors, especially if this is someone you're just starting to date and it's new or a no contact. They're going to have to notice their behaviors so they can change it. Now, some of you need to make sure that you're not expecting perfection. Okay, because what's going to happen is if this person notices it, they might do something, but then apologize to you for it. That is going to be the slow progression of things shifting. So I do see them wanting to come in and have an honest conversation with you about what they want, how they want it to look. They change their perspective around some sort of new beginning. It's like, if this is a no contact, they've had a revelation. If this is someone you're with, again, they've had a revelation. Some of you, this is someone you're in no contact with where there was a short connection, but there's feelings here. You're obsessed with them, they're obsessed with you. They're taking the time apart to become a better person, but they want security in this relationship. And they want you to release what done happened. So someone, if this is a no contact, it's gonna be, hey, will you give me a fresh start? Hey, can we actually try this again? Hey, I wanna see where this can go. Hey, can we overcome the challenge? If you're in no contact, this is definitely someone who's about to open up to you and tell you why you should give them another shot and how they've changed and why they've sabotaged and what they've learned. For some of you, it isn't a bartender and it isn't a friend. Some of you, this person's in therapy and their therapist is helping them see their patterns and their tendencies and why they do what they do. And if they are talking to someone's telling them, you just need to do it. Quit thinking about it, quit analyzing it, quit trying to figure it out, just do it. Just do it. Take the action, have the conversation, tell them why you've been acting like that. I really do think that this is going to be a relationship that if both of you want it, you're going to be able to figure it out. There's a lot of teamwork here. There's understanding that each other is human and we're not expecting perfection, but we are expecting to take each other into consideration and to make sure that we are trying to be our best selves for one another, because it's we. So if you go down, guess what? You taking me with you, and I'm gonna need you to not do that. That's what I'm seeing in this relationship. This person could have felt like you were a perfect fit. And there could also be an awareness around how close you two could get. There could be a little bit of a fear of this person losing themselves in you in this relationship. So what do I mean by that? An example would be, if you know people who have been married for 15, 20, 25 years, they can lose themselves in that relationship. They might have went from being financially independent to not knowing how to do a damn thing in the finances. Sometimes that can be overwhelming. So this person could have recognized, wait, me and you are going to merge so hardcore that there is going to be no way to unmerge us, and that scares the fuck out of me. Especially, again, if there's something here about this person being really like confident and independent and finding pride in that, finding safeness in that. This could even be someone who's been married before, been in relationships before, has dated, and they've always stayed single, so to speak. I mean, it's we, but it's also me. It isn't, no, you're not a part of my company. Nope, you ain't getting on my car loan. But there's something about you where you open them up to want some sort of like adventure. I think, again, there's an energy here of this person going from being kind of closed-minded to being a little more open-minded. I think for a lot of you, this person's also going to trust you in a way that they never thought that they would trust someone. So that's what I'm seeing. Leaving it here. Have a blessed day.